I, Nirmala Rawat, welcome you to my YouTube channel. It's my pleasure to welcome you in this beautiful world of Mata Sita and Sri Ram. Today, I will be continuing chapter 22, the fulfillment of Sita's work. As Mata Sita is about to leave this world, Sri Ram gifted Mata with the surprise of celestial wedding in presence of Mahadev, Parvati Ma, Brahmadev, Saraswati Ma, all Devaganas, celestial beings, sages, rishis were present to witness the celestial wonder. Soma continues further to Anusuya, her mother from Ayodhya. Mata hardly spoke that morning. Her consciousness was interiorized, inward looking. She asked to spend some time with the children alone in her cottage. So I brought love and kush to her. An hour passed and they remained inside. Sri Ram emerged from meditation and asked after her. I told him she was with the children inside her cottage. He entered and remained there for some time. Finally, Sri Ram and Mata emerged and said they were going into the forest for meditation. Before leaving, she looked over at Hanuman and me. We were standing just outside the cottage. Suddenly, she drew me to her and held me tight. I thought I heard a sigh. When she released me, she placed her hand on Hanuman's hand and gave it a slight squeeze. And then she and Sri Ram began to walk down the path, his arm around her. I thought to follow them with a pitcher of water and a basket of fruits as I usually did. Stay with love and kush, Mata instructed as she turned to face me. They will need you. Then she continued walking. When Hanuman heard those words, he emitted a cry. Mata! It was then that I realized what was happening. In near panic, my mind cried out, You are leaving this world, aren't you, Mata? As this thought entered my mind, she paused. With such a loving look, she turned around and replied, How can I leave this world, Soma, when I am the world? You, of all people, should know that. She clung to Sri Ram's arm as the two of them continued down the path that led into the forest. Hanuman started to follow them. Mata again turned around and said to him quietly, You must stay, Putra. Look after Soma and the children. Tears were rolling down his cheeks. I heard him whisper, Mata. She approached him and wiped his tears and gazed at him lovingly until she saw a smile cross his face. She said in a gentle voice, This is a time for joy, not for tears. Then grasping Sri Ram's arm once more, she disappeared into the forest. The hours passed. The children had gone to the hermitage for their classes. I tried to busy myself with various chores in the kitchen, but finally I could stand it no longer. I had to go to her. Under the pretext of bringing them nourishment, I filled a jug with water and a basket with fruits and headed into the forest. Hanuman was seated by the gate waiting for both or one of them to return. I knew where they would be, as there was a spot on a large boulder in a clearing where they liked to meditate. Soma stopped and gave a small chuckle. That spot is right here outside, where I had them build my hut. This is where they always came for meditation, Sri Ram and Mata, she continued. So I went with food and water. I found them meditating. One of Sri Ram's hand was resting on top of hers. That was how close they sat. As I laid down the basket and jug, Mata briefly opened her eyes. Thank you, Soma, she said with such kindness. Thank you for everything you have done. Then she closed her eyes again. I couldn't say a word and simply retreated back onto the forest path. But something made me turn back. I felt a great pull coming from her, so I swung around just in time to witness Mata's absorption into the world. First, I saw a great light emanate from her body. It encompassed Sri Ram and then spread out from the two of them. The emanation divided into many points of light, spreading out in every direction, like a rain of light filling the sky, pouring into the earth, blanketing the forest. Everywhere I looked, these points of light streamed over the earth and sky. It was a beautiful sight and stayed for quite a while. Rivers of light poured from the spot where Mata had been. As I followed the streams of light, I saw it break into a multitude of colors, a rainbow of light. When the light finally cleared, I saw that her form was no longer there. It had become one with the earth, the sky, with everything. I had been fixed to the spot, witnessing this amazing occurrence. But when the light cleared and I saw that her body was no more, I was filled with despair and ran back to the cottage. I told Hanuman and Lakshman, who had also come the night before, what had happened. Hanuman tried to calm me down, but Lakshman ran to where Sri Ram was seated. Sri Ram and Lakshman didn't return until the next morning. When I finally saw the two of them emerge from the forest, I ran to them. At first, I thought Sri Ram was Mata, as he seemed to wear her appearance, or so my mind thought. But as I got closer and saw that it was him, and Mata was nowhere in sight, I fell at his feet and began to cry. Mata is gone. She is gone from us. Sri Ram lifted me and looked deep into my eyes with such calmness, with that steadiness for which he is known. He replied so sweetly, She is only gone if you think her gone, Soma. Do not let your mind deceive you. If she were gone, this world would cease to be. The next few days passed like a dream. Sri Ram prepared Love and Kush for the reality of their mother's transformation, and it was decided the boys would divide their time between the hermitage and the palace until their studies were over. That way, they could gradually become accustomed to life in Ayodhya, a world with which they were totally unfamiliar. And so I continued to care for the boys. Hanuman came and went. He took on a new role of caring for me, bringing me food, as if Mata were acting through him, as if the roles had been reversed and Mata was now caring for me. That was something I was unaccustomed to, but it gave me much comfort. When it was time for Love and Kush to shift to the palace full time, Sri Ram pleaded with me to come, but I couldn't leave this place. Jai Shri Ram. Mata departed from this world to her celestial home. What do you think's come next? Let me know your views in comment section. Jai Shri Ram.